Disnerds Unite. It is your time to shine. Episode 114 of Disney Jeopardy starts right now. Over 3,000 clues have come and gone. 26 new ones are headed your way as part of this 114th episode of Disney Jeopardy. Welcome in. As always, I am your host, Bryan Perri. Thank you so much for joining me as I get set to quiz that aforementioned Disnerd brain of yours with 5 brand new Disney Jeopardy categories. The first category is the Final Jeopardy category from last week's episode 113. That is rhyme time. So all you rappers and pop artists out there might have a slight advantage in this one. As a reminder, each clue will have 2 correct answers that rhyme with each other. Hence the term rhyme time. But that's not all I'm quizzing you on today. I've got 4 other categories as well. So let's take a look at the board and see what you'll be quizzed on. Once again, rhyme time will come your way first. That's followed by the category of May. Pretty simple. Move on to the third category. It's Disney Parents. We follow that with the theme park category of the week of Screen Time. And the Club DJ member category of the week is Fight Scenes. 68% of the vote goes to Fight Scenes Bubbles, which I thought was a fun category. Comes in second. That's your runner-up. Bunnies, just 14%. We'll say goodbye to that option. I'm going to have to go back in the archives and see if there is a more lopsided win than 68% of the vote. But hey, people like their fight scenes, so ask and you shall receive. It is now time for the easiest round of the game, the Cupcake Round. That's right, we have desserts here first on Disney Jeopardy as I serve you up a few cupcakes. A couple of easy clues, if you will, but I will say, as I was coming up with this game over the last week, I think this might be one of the tougher ones. So, if you're up for a challenge, let's begin. Hopefully the Cupcake Round takes it easy on you. It begins with rhyme time. Disney's online streaming platform, and the 2 mice Cinderella is friends with. As you can see at the top of the screen, this was a fan clue submitted on DisneyJeopardy.com. The correct answer is Disney Plus and Jacques and Gus. We're on to May for the first time. Aunt May's husband's name in the Spider-Man universe. The correct answer is Uncle Ben.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
As we get set to move on to Disney Parents, I will read you a clue from the perspective of a Disney character talking about their parents. You have to tell me who the character is. Here we go. These are my parents, Bill and Jill. They're happily married, but sometimes my mother fantasizes about the Brazilian helicopter pilot she let get away. Who am I? The correct answer here is Riley from Inside Out.
Come, fly with me, gatinha.
On to Screen Time for the first time. Both Hollywood Studios and Disneyland Park each feature the same 3 Star Wars attractions that incorporate the use of screens. Name the 3 rides. Well, we have to go back more than 30 years for the original Star Wars screen-based attraction at both Disneyland Park and Hollywood Studios. That, of course, was Star Tours. Then came Galaxy's Edge. 3 decades later, we were introduced to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance, which is not completely a screen-based ride, but it does incorporate some screen elements, especially towards the end. We move on. The final clue of the Cupcake Round, it's fight scenes. In Avengers Endgame, these 2 MCU characters fight each other to try and be the one who gets to sacrifice themselves or the Soul Stone? Tis a very sad scene, especially if you had been watching the MCU for a number of years leading up to it. The correct answer is Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Show yourself.
Oh, it's hard to watch. Hard to watch. Let's move on to the 400-point round now. It's going to get tougher. Here comes another fan clue from Rhyme Time. Walt's older brother, plus the first emotion we meet in Inside Out. Oh, if you want to work backwards here and you go back and watch Inside Out, you're first introduced to joy before sadness joins the party. You combine that with Walt's older brother, you've got Joy and Roy. Or should I say Roy and Joy? Here comes the 400-point clue for May. The character of May Lynn stars in this film. All right, yes, I know May is not spelled the same way, but I'm grasping at straws here. The correct answer is Turning Red.
I'm Maylin Lee, and ever since I turned 13, I've been doing my own thing, making my own moves, 24/7, 365.
On to Disney Parents for 400. This is my mom. When you combine her name with mine, you get an official symbol for Australia. The mom's name is Kanga, which means I am speaking as Roo. So if you just said Roo, that is fine. But if you said kangaroo, that works as well. It might be part of the 400-point round, but that does not mean this clue has to be worth 400 points. No, that's because it is the Daily Double. Clue 3100 is here, and it has to do with fight scenes. So make your wagers based on how knowledgeable you are when it comes to Disney fight scenes. And I'll give you a hint now. The fight scene in this clue was not originally a Disney fight scene, but instead a fight scene that Disney acquired by purchasing an IP. Make that wager. And time is up. All right, let's check out the Daily Double clue in episode 114.
I have the high ground!
Are words uttered during a fight scene between these two characters in Star Wars Episode 3. This month, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So, of course, I had to include an Episode 3 clue in this episode. So what is the correct answer? Those words were uttered by none other than Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he was talking to Anakin Skywalker.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
I hope you doubled your scores by going all in with that Daily Double. Let's see if you can keep the score going up as opposed to down. We'll find out in the 600-point round. It begins with Rhyme Time. Todd's best pal and Flick's arch nemesis. Who are Copper from Fox and the Hound and Hopper from A Bug's Life? Let's move on. Here comes May for 6. Lionheart's job in Zootopia. This is obviously before he got arrested, but the correct answer is Mayor. Huh? Yeah, Mayor. It's Mayor. All right, I'm trying here. I'm trying.
As mayor of Zootopia, I am proud to announce that my Mammal Inclusion Initiative has produced its first Police Academy graduate.
Here comes Disney Parents for 6. My dad, Stu, gave me some funny advice once. He said, if you don't try anything new, you'll never fail. Who am I? We're going back to back with the Zootopia clues. The correct answer is Judy Hopps.
See, that's the beauty of complacency, Jude. If you don't try anything new, you'll never fail.
I like trying, actually.
More than halfway through the game, we're at screen time for 6 now. When Avengers Campus opened at California Adventure, this screen-based ride was the only new attraction that came with it. What is web slingers? Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout does not count because it already existed and overlooked A Bug's Land before that was for Avengers Campus. Let's finish off the 600s with fight scenes. A little mouse named Olivia gets saved during a big fight scene inside Big Ben between these two combatants. Yes, little Olivia Flaversham. I think that's how you say it. Could be wrong. I'll insert the clip right here.
Flaversham. Olivia Flaversham.
Gets saved by Basil during his big fight with Ratigan inside the Big Ben clock tower. We are moving on to the underrated 800-point round. Begins with rhyme time. Pixar's next film, plus Disney Animation's last to win the award for Best Animated Feature. Well, coming out later this year is Pixar's Elio, and we combine that with Encanto. Here comes May for the 4th time. Listen to the audio clip and name the former Mickey Mouse Club star behind this famous musical lyric.
It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May.
It's one of the greatest memes or internet jokes over the last decade. Of course, the lyric is, it's gonna be me, but it's pronounced May, and it's pronounced by Justin Timberlake. I actually wanted to do a Justin Timberlake category in honor of the month of May, but really hasn't done that much for the Disney company. It's surprising. After the Mickey Mouse Club back in the day when he was just a kid, not a lot. If you look at those Disney credits, so it would have been tough to pull together 5 clues about NSYNC's former star. We move on. It's Disney Parents for 8. My mom Lucille invented a caffeine patch that is equivalent to 12 cups of coffee. Who is Louis from Meet the Robinsons?
I've got the caffeine patch. It's my invention. Each patch is the equivalent of 12 cups of coffee. You can stay awake for days with no side effects. Ah!
Screen Time is headed your way for the 4th time. During a pre-show, Dr. Jackie Ogden welcomes you to this screen-based attraction. What is Avatar: Flight of Passage?
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative.
Here comes your final clue before the 1000s. It's fight scenes. Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest includes a fight scene between Captain Jack Sparrow, Will Turner, and Commander Norrington. They're fighting over a key that opens a chest containing this. It's one of the best fight scenes in recent memory. Of course, it includes the big moment where the water wheel is rolling down the hill and Jack is stuck on the inside. You've got Will and Norrington on top. So absurd, but it works so well. Love Pirates of the Caribbean. Correct answer is Davy Jones's Heart. $20 clues are down, and 6. Hold on, I'll figure it. There it is. Nope, that's 5. Nope, there we go. 6 remain, including Final Jeopardy. But before we get there, you know what time it is. It is time for the most overly dramatic soundtrack infused unnecessarily spotlighted part of the game, the 1,000-point round. Edit. All right, we're trying the new sunglasses on for the 1,000-point round to add to the dramatics that are completely unnecessary. Let's see how you do. We begin with rhyme time for 1K. The setting for the biggest film in box office history, plus the name of Zoe Saldana's character in the second biggest film in box office history. Little fun fact, Zoe Saldana was actually in both films. That's right. The first one is Avatar. The second one is Endgame. So your correct answer is Pandora and Gamora. Here comes the second clue of the 1000s. It's May for the final time. One of the main characters from the Nickelodeon/Disney animated series Doug, this female character served as the lead's love interest. Who is Patty Mayonnaise? Patty Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
It's not a date. It's not a date. It's not a date. It's not a date.
Hey, Doug! Hurry or we'll miss the show!
Hey, Patty. She's dressed up. Okay, it's a date.
Let's check out our final clue from the category of Disney parents. Originally, my father, Django, wasn't impressed with my unique abilities, but he eventually found use in them by giving me the job of poison checker in our community. My name is Remy.
This is my dad. He's never impressed. He also happens to be the leader of our clan. So what's wrong with having highly developed senses?
Whoa, don't eat that! What's going on here?
Turns out that funny smell was rat poison. Suddenly Dad didn't think my talent was useless.
2 clues left on the board. The first one brings us to screen time. Head to this Disney resort to take a ride on the only Soarin' attraction that takes you around the world but doesn't include a stop in front of the Eiffel Tower. You are going to have to travel to Asia, and specifically Tokyo Disney Resort, and even more specifically, Tokyo Disney Sea, to board Soaring, yes, there's a G in it, Soaring Fantastic Flight. That ride doesn't bring you near the Eiffel Tower, but instead, Tokyo Tower. And the final clue on the board belongs to fight scenes. Want to fight? Want to have a wizard's duel? A word spoken by this Disney villain before her big battle with Merlin. Battle with Merlin takes place in Sword in the Stone, and the correct answer here is Madam Mim.
She was going to destroy me.
And just what are you gonna do about it? Want to fight? Want to have a wizard's duel?
Well, 25 clues are down, which of course means only one remains. It happens to be the one clue of the game that will ultimately determine how proud of yourself you will be for the next 7 days, so don't mess this up. Let's check out the category. The fourth wall. Who doesn't love a good fourth wall break? That's right, the fourth wall will be one of the 5 categories in next week's episode 115, and it will be the focus of Final Jeopardy today. So make your wagers based on how knowledgeable you are of Disney characters in both movies and shows breaking the fourth wall, and essentially, I don't know, talking to the audience. And time is up. Let's check out the final clue in this episode 114. Once again, it's all about the fourth wall. The only character in a Disney feature animation film to pause their own movie and then draw on the screen with a marker. Good luck. And time is up. I'm sure a lot of characters come to mind in terms of characters that break the fourth wall, and a number of those characters will be correct answers next week. But as for this week, there is only one character who fits this description. Who is that character? None other than Cusco.
Hi, excuse me. 2 seconds here. I'm the one in the car, remember? This story's about me, not him. Okay, you got it? All right, we're gonna move ahead. Sorry to slow you down.
And that does it for episode 114 of Disney Jeopardy. Quick shout out to Maverick, one of Disney Jeopardy's youngest viewers at only 9 months old. Yeah, that's right. Take that, Bluey. Disney Jeopardy's got a 9-month-old viewer. I love it. Thanks for watching, bud. I give you permission to watch at 8 p.m. every Friday, even if that's after your bedtime. I have no idea what time bedtimes are for kids who are under 1. But either way, shout out to you, and of course, shout out to your parents. Also, shout out to all the Club DJ members who make this show possible. There would not be an episode 114, 115, eventually a 116 without all of you. And 68% of you, as a reminder, voted for Fight Scene. So that means almost 7 out of 10 of you were happy with the category, the Club DJ category this week. Will you be happy next week? Well, that's up to you, because you can go vote right now in the poll. There are your 3 options. Let your voice be heard by heading over to the community page on YouTube. If you want to submit a clue for the fourth wall category, you can head over to DisneyJeopardy.com as well and do that right about now. I'm really excited about that category. I can't believe I've done over 500 categories and I've never once done one dedicated to fourth wall breaks. Now, you know the deal. Yes, you do. If you like the video, do me a favor, subscribe. Click that bell icon. Hello, bell. This way, you're notified every time we come out with brand new content. I've been your host, Bryan Perri. I will see you next week for episode 115 featuring the fourth wall. Till then.
Bye-bye.